Please, Malota, two aspects. The first one is that Warrant Officer Musia will be here tomorrow.
Oh, Warrant Officer. Okay.
Yes, I've communicated that to my learned friends, and they'll be ready to take up whatever issues they want to take up with him. And secondly, we've agreed with my learned friend that Colonel Serreo, who confirmed the ballistic test of Lieutenant Colonel Mangena, yes, they requested us to call him after the cross-examination of Mangena. So his evidence will stand down. There are a few issues, my lord, that we're trying to discuss with the defense to see if we cannot reach an agreement. We'll request that perhaps we take the long adjournment at this stage and resume at 2 o'clock to see if we can't find each other.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone take two?
As the court pleases, my lord, we are indebted to the court for the indulgence. We did have a discussion, and we've reached consensus, at least on one aspect, my lord, and that is now regarding the samples that were taken from the accused for the purposes of DNA comparison with the exhibits that were found on the scene. I just beg leave to read it in the record. My colleagues have told me that they are yet to cause them to be signed by their clients.
Signing what? Admissions?
Yes.
No, there's no consensus there. Regarding the admissions, on DNA, there is no consent, my lord. There is no such, they have not been signed. We indicated, my lord, that at least the person who made the report on the DNA should be called.
I hear you.
Yes.
Which meetings do you hold, you guys? Only you hold meetings, then Mr. Baloyi reports that we've agreed. Then Mr. Ramosipi says, no. Now here it is now. Advocate Mshololo says, no, there was no consensus. And you're telling the court we've reached consensus. So you haven't agreed, Mr.
Well, my lord, we agreed that we will still call the analyst DNA analyst, but that as far as the taking of the samples, the buccal samples from the accused, that was not an issue. I'm surprised that it's not an issue.
My lord, maybe if I can speak on behalf of accused number 5 only.
Yeah.
There is no consensus whether on the chain or on the report per se of the DNA. Okay. Thank you, my lord. So we're not signing any admissions.
You're not part of the meeting also?
I was part of the admissions, but I indicated that...
meeting. Were you part of the meeting?
Well, when I was approached by the state,
Were you part of the meeting?
I was
That's all I want to know.
I was approached by the state, my lord.
Were you part of the meeting, man? Please, let's not waste time.
No.
Mr. Baloyi, did you hold a meeting with all the counsellors before this court?
Yes. Well, we did have a round table.
All of you?
Yes, all of us, my lord, during the adjournment.
That's all I wanted to know. All of you met?
Yes.
And you spoke?
Yes.
And you agreed on something?
Yes, but I will be the last person to force anyone to make admissions. If that is the attitude, as I said, we will still call the DNA analyst as far as that is concerned, my lord. And there's also...
But the buccal samples, you say you agreed. Mshololo says nothing like that.
Yes.
Okay, let me ask Mr. Ramosipi. Any agreement on anything that you discussed?
We had a discussion.
Hours.
We had a discussion, my lord, but no agreement.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay, Mr. Misi?
That is the case, man. The way we understand the state is that the gentlemen who work on the exhibits, I mean on the analysis, would come and testify as it has been the case previously.
There was no agreement?
No, there was not.
Fine, that's all I want to know. Mr. Mumalo?
We have not finalized anything.
Oh, you did agree, but you didn't finalize it?
No.
What are we saying?
No, we were to approach our clients and discuss the relevant issues, but there was no further meeting about the response that we had received. And so I'm saying,
okay,
we did not reach any final.
So they say there's no agreement, Mr. You are the only one who dreamt of an agreement.
No problem. Like, we'll call all those police officers who took the buccal samples as well as the chain of custody. In fact, I indicated to them that this evidence, might be it's neutral evidence, my lord. But be that as it may, the other aspect, my lord, there's still ongoing discussions that only pertains to Mr. Ramosipili, and we will continue discussions on Thursday. May the matter then be adjourned to tomorrow. We finish the two witnesses that were lined up for today sooner than anticipated.
Okay.
As I indicated, we'll start with Mr. Musia tomorrow at 10.
All right, the rest of it is adjourned until tomorrow.
Understood, my lord.
I see Mr. Ramsey, you want to say something?
No.
Okay, let me say something. I wonder how the late President Mandela and the late de Klerk managed to negotiate a settlement in South Africa. You know why I'm saying. Okay, we adjourn until tomorrow.
Just one day, I am going to do a video counting how many times the late President Mandela is mentioned by a Judge Rutter. Typically, he says things like, until Nelson Mandela rises again. But why does Nelson Mandela always catch strays when it comes to a Judge Rutter? This is quite concerning, alarming, I would say, because he mentions the late President Nelson Mandela more often than not. I did get this comment, and it says, the reason is this judge's mindset is from the apartheid era and is not willing to change. He has an abusive and authoritative mindset he has been living with since the previous years. He is a bitter man and nothing will change him. His offspring will suffer his actions in the future. As for him, let's give Rata to God to deal with him. This was, of course, a response to the video I did with regards to UMKHULU and Judge Rata and the eye drops, that video. If you didn't catch that video, make sure you go back and catch it. We have a lot of time. You know, even in this time that we have, I have time, okay? As a nation, we are mourning the divorce, or should I say the announcement of a divorce between Usia Kolisi and Rachel Kolisi. Like, I have never been so disheartened by two people on the internet that I don't really know. But you can see the reaction, a lot is going on. That, okay, so court is not in session. I even now have time. You know, my investigative mind, when my curiosity is piqued, I've downloaded the book, okay, Sia's book, and I'm going to be listening to it because who's got time to read all that? I am not that much into Sia Kolisi enough to read a book on him, but, well, you know what? I'm going to listen to his audiobook and just to understand what could have possibly happened. Let me know in the comment section if you are following that story. If you want me to do a quick book review, let me know as well. But while we're on the topic, let's get back, before I digress even further on that, let's get back into what just happened. Why does Advocate Baloyi always come back and say we agreed? And then he goes, and then the defense is like, wait, what are you talking about? We didn't agree. And this was hilarious because Judge Rata asked each and every single one of the defense individually, and they all say, nope, not me. Same thing happened with UMKHULU and Umuzi with regards to the ID, and Baloyi kept, in the background, kept, dilly-dallying, stalling, until UMKHULU brought it to the judge and put it on the record. And then now things started to move forward until now, of course, Umuzi's kids now have the ID. But do you remember what happened? Now, Baloyi comes back to put on the record that the ID has been given to the kids and these are the conditions. And Judge Rata says, why are you telling me? Don't involve me in that one. I am not going to be. And Baloyi says, well, it's because it's already on the record. So I want it on the record as well that I've given the ID. You don't have to supervise it, but I just want it on the record. I thought that was hilarious. So let me know your thoughts on the reaction from Mshololo. Let me tell you, don't play with Mshololo, okay? Do not play with Mshololo because, wow, she has been refusing with those DNA samples from accused number 5 from the time he was incarcerated. Well, not incarcerated. They did try to go get, first of all, remember they tried to go get how tall he is, his measurements. Remember Mangena mentioning he tried that, and accused number 5 said, not today, get away from me. I'm not being measured by nobody. And also They tried with the DNA. I remember when they were at the Boksburg Magistrate Court, and Mshololo said, why do you need it? You already have his original samples. Why do you need new samples? No. Like, Mshololo is not playing when it comes to accused number 5. And I'm here for it. Because, hello, we're learning. We are learning. Just because it's the police, you don't necessarily have to agree. Thank you so much for watching the video on UMKHULU. I'm just surprised. You guys started watching video 2. But you didn't watch part 1. You've got to start with part 1 to get to part 2. I don't know. Maybe YouTube gave you the notifications in reverse. So make sure you catch part 1, okay? Because it's so interesting what UMKHULU says when he says the police came. Well, first of all, the lady police came pretending to be a customer only for her to arrest me and put handcuffs on me. So that's the video. Make sure you catch it. And then I will be back with the reaction video because your comments are hilarious on that video. So thanks so much for watching. I will definitely catch you on my next upload. Mzansi Unfiltered, checking out. Catch you on my next upload.
My lord, I'm indebted.
Yeah.
As the court pleases, my lord, I'm indebted.
Yeah.
If the grooves don't fit, acquit the 5 accused. Mzansi has done a fantastic job proving there was no match.